Hello everybody and welcome to the #1 basketball tournament in the state of Alabama. That's right, the Coleman County High School Basketball Tournament. My name's Billy Coleman and we got the best play-by-play guy in the Southeast to come and do the tournament with me, Russell Moore. Russell, looking forward to working with you, man.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. You?
And we talk about the purity of sport. You can't beat high school. High school sports is the purest of all, don't you think?
I mean, absolutely. They're not playing for money. Not playing for trying to make it to the pros to make money.
Right.
I mean, you're playing for the love of the game.
In your
that's
school.
What it's about
Right.
in your school. And I mean, just so many prideful factors, and that's what makes it what it is.
Well, you know, we're going to turn it over to you to announce the starting lineup, but it's just going to be great. We're going to have a great tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like we said, we got a semifinals games here at Fairview and Holly Pond. Fairview advanced last night with a three-pointer by Kennedy Trimble against West Point. I think we have the national anthem, so we'll take a break to let that be played.
And what a great job the young lady did.
Absolutely. Well, like we said, we have semifinals games, the Fairview Lady Aggies against the Holly Pond Lady Broncos. Fairview got here by winning last night against West Point 48-45 on a three-pointer with only 2 seconds left by Kennedy Trimble. She'll start off on the bench, but starting for Fairview is number 5, an 8th grader, Taylor Yeager. Number 10, a senior, Sarah Harper. Number 12, a sophomore, Dallas Mulligan. Number 23, a sophomore, Lizzie Garrison. And number 34, a junior, Marlena Johnson. And Fairview is coached by Mary Hartline. They come in to this game with a 9-13 record. They have a tall task. They have the Holly Pond Lady Broncos. They're 20-3. They're ranked number 4 in 3A. And as they have been for a good number of years now, they're coached by Coach Scott Adams. Their starters are number 14, a senior, Taylor Ruel. Number 22, junior, Meg Gambrill. Number 24, a junior, Caitlin Stevens. Number 32, a senior, Rachel Finley. And number 34, a senior, Natasha Holcomb. Billy, like we said, I mean, Fairview obviously won a thriller last night. They'll definitely have a tall task tonight. But like you said, as we was getting ready, sometimes the team that has the bye, like Holly Pond has, the number 1 seed, they may be a little rusty to get going, so that'll be interesting to see in their early
going. That's right. You know, Russell, the girls' side of high school basketball in Coleman County is like king of the mountain. You got Randall Jones from West Point, Carol Louie, then from Hansville. Then you've got Cold Springs and Tammy West. Then you've got Coach Olaker from Good Hope. But right now the king is Holly Pond, Coach Scott Adams. They went to the Final Four last year, Russell, and they're the favorite in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, I mean, if you just want to talk about the Coleman County basketball, just look at the coaches that are on the sidelines from year to year. I mean, there's not a lot of change, and that means a lot.
Fantastic.
Three-pointer is put up by Meg Gambrill. She misses, but rebounded by the Lady Broncos. Back to Gambrill. She'll pass it out to 34, Natasha Holcomb. Back around to the top of the key to Meg Gambrill.
You're going to hear the word. You're going to hear Meg Gambrill all night long. She's an outstanding player and does everything for the Broncos.
Nice steal by Marlena Johnson. She dribbles up the left side of the court. She stops, she picks up her dribble. And a three-point attempt is missed by Lizzie Garrison. Rebounded and out of bounds to the Lady Broncos.
A lot of experience on this Holly Pond team there, Russell. Like I said, they went to the Final Four last year, went to the finals, the final game.
Oh, yeah.
Got beat by a great Lauderdale County team. I guess that was the semifinals, but they've got all the experience. Their seniors and juniors, heavy favorite.
Yeah, they're very experienced. Fairview's in a 3-2 zone to start off. We'll see how that goes. They're obviously Holly Pond working the perimeter so far.
Well, look at the size of Holly Pond.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They're probably going to pack that zone and try to keep them off the backboards and make them shoot from the outside. But I'm going to tell you something, they can do it.
Holcomb shoots a three from the left corner. It's no good, but it's rebounded by Rachel Finley. She's double teamed in the left corner. She kicks it out to Roel. She passes to the right corner. And that is back around to the top to Gambrill. And she'll set the offense back up. I'm used to having a shot clock at the Wallace game, so I keep on looking at the shot clock.
Right? Yeah. You know, Taylor Rowell, 14.
Meg Gambrill for three at the top of the key, and that's the first basket of the game.
Meg Gambrill, and Holly Pond starts off in their 2-2-1 press. Good job, though, by the Aggies to break that press.
Taylor Yeager up top to Lizzie Garrison. Back to Yeager. She'll set it up for Fairview.
I'm impressed with Taylor Yeager. she looks like she's an outstanding point guard here for the Aggies, and they're going to need that against the press from Holly Pond.
Well, and if you're playing as an 8th grader, you're doing something right.
Yeah, you're exactly right. She's got quite a future.
Fairview misses a shot. It's rebounded by Holcomb. Like I said, she is probably the tallest girl out here. Another 3-point attempt by Gambrill, and it is good.
Meg Gambrill, just a tremendous shooter, great all-around athlete. With Gambrill and
Gambrill with a steal right there on the press, and it is knocked out of bounds. It looks like it will remain Holly Pond basketball. It's Gambrill. I've been saying Gambrill, but it's Gambrill.
Well, it's Gambrill, and then also the rival girl. The head of that press is going to give probably Fairview fits this game.
Another 3-point attempt. This one by Stevens, and it is off the mark. But another offensive rebound by Rachel Finley. And Billy, there's the size coming into effect early on. I mean, that's at least 3 offensive rebounds right there by Holly Pond.
Exactly.
It's 6-0 here in the early going. 5:25 left in the first quarter.
Fairview actually looks like they're sort of playing with 4 guards out there, and I think the perimeter play and the ball handling is going to have to be an advantage Fairview for them to have a chance.
Yeah. Absolutely, and they, like you said, they're going to have to control the basketball in the backcourt too. They can't let the pressure get to them.
No.
And like I said, obviously not as experienced as Holly Pond either. Fairview still with the ball, back up top to Yeager. She'll look around. Holly Pond, looks like they're playing a man-to-man or woman-to-woman, whichever way you want to go.
You got to be politically correct today, you know what I mean?
Looks like we'll have a holding call, and that foul is on Caitlin Stevens. That is her first, the team first.
You know, we talk about the man-to-man of Holly Pond there, Russell. On this larger court, it extends more energy to play man-to-man defense on this big college court. People don't realize it's about 10 feet longer, I believe.
It is, yeah.
And 10 feet doesn't sound like much, but when you're the 40,000th time you run it, it's a lot.
Right, and there's so many factors. I mean, like we said, if you're a great shooter, I've seen the best shooters in the world in high school struggle in this gym because of depth perception. Another turnover. Holly Pond runs the court, and it's put in by Caitlin Stevens for 2. It is 8-0 early going, and Holly Pond is playing like the number 4 team in 3A.
And that's what Taylor Rowell can do. If you watch this game go on, she's not a great scorer, but she does all the little things. She gets the steal, she gets the assist, she does all the dirty work that a basketball team has to have.
That's the first time out taken by Fairview, and it is 8-0 with 4:33 left in the game. I'll remind you, after this game, we'll have Cold Springs and Good Hope, another semifinals match. Cold Springs comes in. Their only 2 losses in the county are to Holly Pond, but we'll get that to maybe tomorrow night. We'll see how that goes.
That's going to be a great game.
It will be, but please stick around, and we have Good Hope. We know they're always a defensive-minded team, and so we'll see. But we have a long way to go here, but Holly Pond playing as the number 1 seed, they are up 8-0 halfway through the first.
I think it's critical for Fairview to settle down, break the press, and get some composure, because this game can get away from them real quick.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just like scoring that first run in baseball. You got to get that first basket, but another turnover and an easy layup by Taylor Rowell. Sorry, I've been saying
That's no problem.
Rowell. But this time, Fairview does break the press. An open lady down the court, number 10. That is Sarah Hopper, but she misses the attempt, and it is controlled by Holly Pond. We check into the game Roll is still in there. Holcomb in the left corner, down low to Finley. She'll turn around and a turnover. And Yeager gets the ball. Like I said, Fairview, you can tell Fairview's trying to run what they can just to avoid that pressure that Holly Pond is so good at putting on you.
I noticed they got a shot last time off the press. I think that's a big thing for Fairview to try to score off the press. That's when they're going to get their best shots.
Another turnover. Holcomb with the steal down low in the post. She almost walked, but she gets it to her teammate. That's Gambrill, and she'll set it up. 10-0 here. Gambrill at the top of the key, back to roll. Gambrill down low, kicks it to the right corner. That's Stevens. She shoots a 3. It's off the front of the rim and rebounded by Yeager. She'll push it up court for Fairview. Off to the right side. Now she'll retrace her steps and bring it back to the top of the key. Across court to Lizzie Garrison. Back down in the right corner to number 10. That is Sarah Harper. Her 3 is long, but it is rebounded by her teammate. Back up top to Yeager. And Fairview will reset it.
A lot of great athletes from Fairview named Yeager. I can tell you that is a Fairview name. I've coached against some great Yeagers in my life. And, an 8th grader starting on a varsity basketball team has got to say something. But what a tall task that young lady has against this press from Holly Pond.
Yeah, and like I said, it's going to take, like you said, it's going to take that first basket or breaking the press. Really, when they get that first basket, they can settle in. But like I said, And there's another turnover, but like I said, I mean, there's a reason Holly Pond has the experience and the ranking that they do.
The longer you go without scoring, the tighter you get.
Right.
And I still say, as good as Jaeger is at the point, they need to break the press and score off the press. That's going to be their best opportunity probably to score.
Yeah. 10-0. Holly Pond leads. We have 2:41 left here in the first quarter. And Holly Pond controls it. Gambrill at top. She passes it out to number 10, Melissa Klingman. She shoots a three. It's off the front of the rim. It is rebounded again. I think, Billy, that's probably the fourth offensive rebound for Rachel Finley.
Absolutely.
She tries to get it to her teammate. She does. Back out to Holcomb. She shoots a three, and it is good. This is Gambrill, sorry. Excuse me.
That's three threes for Meg Gambrill, and she can do that the whole game. She's just a tremendous shooter.
That's so versatile. Whenever you're as tall as she is, to be able to stop out and shoot that three. A little floater by Jaeger. It's too long. It's rebounded by Finley again. Finley out to Klingam. She will set it back up top to Finley. Back up top to 34. That's Natasha Holcomb, and she hits a three.
A little string music by Natasha Holcomb. When your center comes out and hits the three, what are you going to do?
I know. I mean
good heavens.
That's 4 threes here in the first quarter.
Right, 4 threes. Wow.
And like you said, 3 by Meg Gambrill, and now 1 for Natasha Holcomb. Like I said, if Holly Pond does that, no matter who they're playing, they're going to be awfully hard to beat, no matter who it is. If you got your centers and your tallest girls hitting threes from the top of the key.
Absolutely, and I've seen Holcomb do that for about. I think this is her 14th year to play on the varsity. I mean, the girl's got to be 30 years old. I mean, now she's a great player, and she'll get down in there and bang inside when you need her to. She's a good all-around. That's just a very experienced Holly Pond team.
Yeah.
And 16-0. Russell, you and I are going to have to do a really good job the rest of this game.
Keep them entertained. You have to tell some jokes.
Yeah, Fairview's playing their hearts out.
They are.
I mean, they're getting all they got. And I love Jaeger.
Yeah,
she's going to give some people fits before she gets through.
She's going to give people fits, but she's going to win over a lot of fans.
She is.
I'm sure she already has this year, but she's going to. The potential for her is outstanding. She has the ball. She'll pass it out to Kennedy Trimble.
I appreciate the fact that Coach Adams, a great guy, he's gone to his zone defense right here at the end.
Yeah.
I think he kind of sees they've done what they needed to do. They've gotten the big lead.
Another three put up by Gambrill. She misses, but another offensive rebound by Holly Pond. Boy, they go after that ball as quick as they can.
They hit the boards.
Yeah.
Yes.
If there's a loose ball, they're going to get it. Gambrill back up top, back to Holcomb. She's the top of the key. She drives, and we'll have a reach-in foul called on number 12, Dallas Mulligan. That'll be her first foul. And the first one on Fairview.
I'm unbelievably impressed. We're almost through a quarter, and there's only 2 fouls that's been called.
That's the way to do it.
That's unbelievable.
That's the way to do it. That'll get us home earlier, too, if they do that, right? So, up top.
I slipped a chocolate chip cookie to the refs before the game. I like it when refs let them play, though.
Oh, man, I agree. I mean, and it's so much easier to be consistent whenever there's not as many calls. But because when you have a game with so many fouls, I mean, there's just so much you have to call because it's being called the whole game to try to stay consistent. A shot is put up by Meg Gambrill. She is fouled. It looks like that foul is on 24. That is Ashley Latham. That's her first. So Gambrill will go to the line shooting 2. Billy, she already, like we said, she's hit 3 threes. She really sparked Holly Pond early. They obviously had no problems coming out the gates, and they're up 16-0.
She missed that shot, but watch her shoot her free throw. Watch her follow through with her arms. She uses her legs. Beautiful.
Well,
and of course, that's the monster jinx. Right, it happens all the time.
That's like saying a no-hitter in the 5th inning, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But even with Holcomb, too, I mean, you're talking about just how smooth. I mean, even Holcomb, as tall as she is in the center, I mean, her three-point shot's very smooth as well.
It is.
Jaeger's in the right corner. She'll pass it out to Kennedy Trimble, last night's hero, to beat West Point. But it is knocked around, and Holly Pond comes up with the loose ball. They have 25 seconds left, and they may settle for the last possession here in the first quarter and leading 16-0. Holcomb fake pumps. It goes to the basket, and her layup is just a little too strong. Rebounded by Fairview. Jaeger with the ball. 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, trailing 16-0. Jaeger passes it up to Sarah Harper. Back to Jaeger. Only 4 seconds remaining. Down to 3. Fairview passed around the perimeter, and I'm not sure if they realize how much time is left. They do, but it's too late, and the shot is too long. And the score after the first quarter here, Billy, is 16-0. Holly Pond proving their worth as the number 1 seed, leading 16-0.
Absolutely, and Fairview's not getting any shots.
Right.
I mean, most of it's turnovers in the backcourt. They're giving up the threes. It's a deep hole that they're in. But I think that Coach Hartline is playing for the future. They're playing with house money. They've gotten here to the semifinals. They've got nothing to lose. And this is going to be 3 quarters of teaching and trying to improve them to get ready for an area tournament that I'm sure Fairview will be very competitive in.
Well, that's exactly right. If you were not here and couldn't even see it, you could just look at the roster and see only 2 seniors and only 2 juniors. So that shows you right there the story of their roster. But like you said, you're exactly right. I mean, they are playing with house money.
We're going to take a break right now and be back in just a moment with more of the Coleman County Basketball Tournament.
When you remember to get your mammogram, you're not just remembering it for yourself. You're remembering it for everyone around you. It's just one more way you take care of them. So call your doctor. Because it's up to you to make the appointment. It's up to us to get you immediate, accurate, state-of-the-art results right here at home. Coleman Regional Medical Center Women's Diagnostic Center. Taking care of you so you can take care of them.
The academic programs at Wallace State ensure seamless transfer to Alabama's 4-year colleges and universities.
I will be a musician.
Our students are well prepared to excel in whatever profession they choose.
I will be an accountant. I will be a teacher.
A world of opportunities awaits you at Wallace State Hanceville.
I will be a baseball player.
Wallace State, excellent choices, promising futures.
Welcome back to the Coleman County Basketball Tournament. At the end of the first quarter, 16-0. The number 1 seed, Holly Pond Broncos, playing like the number 1 seed.
They are. They're up 16-0, like you said. Fairview has possession to start the second quarter. Marlena Johnson passes it to Yeager down in the right corner. She'll turn around. She's double-teamed. She passes it back out to Johnson. She hits at the top of the free throw line. That's number 12, Dallas Mulligan. She shoots. She misses. Fairview still scoreless, and we have a jump ball, and it'll go to Holly Pond. Like you said, Billy, any shot that Fairview puts up is a tough shot. They really struggled to even be able to put up a high percentage shot, and that's obviously as a defense what you want to prevent.
I saw a lot of effort though on that possession,
yeah.
And I think you're going to see effort right down to the end. I noticed that Fairview goes to the man-to-man defense here, and we'll see how that goes for them.
Yeah, that probably was the crispest, the most crisp, I guess you could say,
Right.
possession there by Fairview.
Do you notice Holcomb's going to go inside now, though?
Yeah.
That's where you want to go, is go inside to Holcomb. She's got that big height.
Gambrill shoots a little floater, and it's too long, and it's rebounded by Yeager. She's going to find the basketball no matter what, probably, no matter if it's at point guard or if it's on the rebound. She'll pass it up to Marlena Johnson, back up top to number 10. That's Sarah Harper. And back down to Johnson. She'll go down to the post to Harper, and she dribbles, but it's off the foot of a Holly Pond defender, and Holly Pond retains possession. Gambrill has it, and a nice screen there by Taylor Rowell.
She's physical. I mean, she's
Yeah.
an athlete. I told you about her for sure, but you know, I like what I'm seeing from Fairview. I
Yeah.
mean, they're settled down a little bit more.
Well, it's like you said. I mean, like you said, they're playing with house money in this game, but any opportunity to get better, you know, obviously they'll take advantage of it. We have a foul on the floor against Holly Pond. It looks like it's on number 10. That's Melissa Klingam.
And no let up, and this is the experience of Holly Pond, but no let up. They're double teaming the ball, whenever possible, taking pride in their defense. And you got to give Coach Adams. Coach Adams has done a tremendous job. He's got good players, but he's doing a great job with these kids.
Well, and obviously with his roster too, we talk about how versatile his centers are.
Right.
And as you know, obviously when postseason time really gets here in the next couple of weeks, that's what you got to have to advance. You got to have versatility. You got to have a lot of options, and they do, man. They have a lot of weapons they can hit you with. Fairview almost gets their first basket of the game.
You got to pull for him a little bit, Russell.
No, I agree. No, I agree. Lizzie Garrison with the long shot, but like I said, they maintain possession, trailing 16-0 here with 6:17 left in the second quarter. Man, she tries to hit it out to Yeager, but it's a little too long. So Holly Pond to retain possession.
And they did get a good open shot last time. And here again, they're going to go back to their man-to-man. Coach Adams has done some substituting, but he's got good depth on this team.
A three-pointer is put up by Allie Gambrell. It is long, and it is still Holly Pond's basketball. Well, like you said, I mean, Fairview, the first 2 or 3 minutes, like I said, they facing a better team on paper. They turned it over 3 or 4 times, struggled with the press, but they've really settled down and done a good job controlling the ball in the half-court set.
And that's a real credit to them. And as we said earlier, they're playing for more than just this game. They're playing to improve against a really good team. They'll have a big area tournament here in a couple of weeks, and I guarantee you they'll be right in the middle of it.
Oh, nice steal by Yeager on the inbounds pass. She'll turn around. She'll dribble it up the court. But
I'm telling you, I like Yeager.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She passes down to Dallas Mulligan, but she dribbles it out of bounds, got a little out of control trying to get to the basket, and she'll turn it over. Checking in for Holly Pond is number 12. That's Kristen Sparks. It's her first action of the game. And Holly Pond goes 8 deep, so they're going to play everybody. Coach Adams is going to play everybody that he has, and obviously, use as many bodies as he can as they prepare for their postseason run too.
Well, when you've got 8 on your roster, you better have 8 that can play.
That's true.
If you're going to do well in the tournament, because there's going to be some times when you're going to go down to that 8th player.
Absolutely.
People are going to get in foul trouble.
Finley looks down low to Gambrell. Nice pass. She's a little too long on the layup, but look at her fight for that ball, but it is eventually retained by Fairview. 34, that's Marlena Johnson. She pushes it up court, but she double dribbles. She was a little indecisive. She saw Yeager in the right corner. She thought about passing to her, thought about it again, and she wound up doubling dribbling.
Fairview's got good quickness with their guard play. I think they have good ball handlers. They're lacking a little bit of an inside game with the height, especially against Holly Pond.
Yeah.
But they're giving a lot of good effort this quarter.
They are, and you can tell they're trying to push it if they have an opportunity. It's Holly Pond's just right there with them.
Exactly.
Holly Pond with the possession, 22. That's Meg Gambrell. She'll pass it up to Sparks. They're just running the guards, just some pick and rolls, or not some pick and rolls, just some picks. Going around the perimeter. Nice look down to Finley. She'll put it up, and she scores and gets the foul.
And we got the and one right there, but great ball movement by the Holly Pond offense looking for the open player. And they're just such a good team. You know, the Good Hope, I'll let you call this.
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, Finley's free throw is a little long, and it is rebounded by Dallas Mulligan. She'll push it up to Yeager. Still 18-0. Yeager to Mulligan. Mulligan to Lizzie Garrison. Her three is a little long, but we have a foul underneath, and it looks like it'll be Holly Pond ball.
I was going to say that the dominant team at Good Hope has a tremendous girls basketball team. And Holly Pond and Good Hope really have had some battles.
Right.
Now, this may change.
Right.
You know, if Cold Springs pulls the upset, beats Good Hope, wouldn't really be an upset. Cold Springs is a 2 seed.
Right.
But there have been some real battles. Right now it's Holly Pond, but Coleman County's been blessed with some great girls basketball teams in the past years.
Yeah, if you just want to look at it, just come here the third week of February and see how many Coleman County teams. Now, it never makes sense to me was that Holly Pond always has to wind up going to Jacksonville State to play.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Play their regional games.
And that's another reason having the tournament on this court is a great thing, because it prepares the kids for these regional tournaments.
Oh yeah, I mean, like Cold Springs, I mean, it really is a home court advantage. If they make they're here a lot during the regionals, and it is a huge advantage for them to have played 2 to 3, but not even here, but just even in October, November. Fairview shot, but rebounded by number 12. That's Dallas Mulligan. Her shot misses, and Sparks will push it up for Holly Pond. She passes to Finley a little too long, and it's off her fingertips and out of bounds. But like I said, I mean, just thinking about Cold Springs, they obviously play here in the county tournament. They may play, they've come to team camp and play here. There's
Absolutely.
a lot of advantages they have, not just Cold Springs, but whoever that has a chance to advance here in February, and that's a huge advantage because it is such a different a different feel whenever you're playing on this court compared to a high school gym.
Well, we're so indebted to Wallace State for allowing us to have our tournament here. And I meant what I said. I think it's the best basketball tournament in the state of Alabama. It's well supported. There's great sportsmanship, tremendous rivalry, but it's not that ugly kind of rivalry. These kids will shake hands after the game. They know each other. They're friends with each other. It's just a great tournament.
Meg Gamble with the steal for Holly Pond. She'll put it up. She is fouled on her way to the basket, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2. And we'll see who the foul was on for Fairview. That'll be their 15th foul. It's on number 10. That's Sarah Harper. That's her first. You know, I mean, I used to work in Jasper Billy. I grew up in Hartselle, so I've been to the Morgan County tournament. I've been to the Walker County, even Lawrence County, covering that for papers at times. It was not a shooting foul, but I tell you what, I mean, you can just, I mean, the crowd's great, but you can look at the media row. We got 5 or 6 people down there, and I mean, that's you don't see that any other tournament. I can tell you that any other county tournament. I can promise you that right now.
It's a great venue. It's well supported. And Saturday for the finals, there'll be a tremendous crowd here.
Absolutely. Down low, Finley's triple teamed in the post. She'll pass it out to Melissa Klingam, and I think she stepped on the not the baseline, but she stepped out of bounds.
Holly Pond's got a great concept of staying separated from your teammates so that they can run their offense. So, sometimes in high school, kids get too close together.
Sarah Harper misses and controlled by Caitlin Stevens. She pushes it up for Holly Pond. She goes up for 2, and she's fouled heading into the basket, and she will go to the line, and she will shoot 2 shots. I promise you that. I was wrong the last time.
Well, this game is settled down into more of a. Well, still you still got a goose egg up there for Fairview, and I know Coach Hartline's not happy about that, but this has been a competitive quarter.
It has, and it doesn't. I mean, it really. I mean, like you said, even the goose egg, but it feels like Fairview has scored. I mean, yeah, we have, like I said, we have a Rowell back in. We also have Natasha Holcomb, and I think Abby Gambrell also checked in.
And you have to do that, Russell. I mean, you can't sit your kids after playing 4 minutes in the first quarter. They've got to get some experience because there's another game to play.
You're right. Yeager pushes up the court. Like I said, they're trying to run when they can. Passes it, and it is around, and we will have a jump ball, and possession will go to Holly Pond.
Taylor Rowell would rather be on the floor. I'm telling you, she gets all the loose balls. She's going to get down there and get after those and be physical down there. And she does all. Remember what I said? She does all that dirty work that a lot of players don't want to do.
Hey, every good team, Billy, as you know, you got to have one of those. You get that. Don't mind getting skint knees or messing up their elbows and knees, especially a girl. If they do that, they really care about it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Finley tries to go to the left baseline, but she is blocked off. They'll pass it back up top to Stevens. She dribbles to her left, back to Finley. She'll hit the post. Nice pass down to Holcomb, but she can't control it. But a nice job by Holcomb to knock it off the legs of Fairview's Lizzie Garrison. So Holly Pond will maintain possession, leading 19-0 with 2:23 left here before the half here at the Coleman County Tournament here at Tom Drake Coliseum on the campus of Wallace State. 3-point attempt is put up by Melissa Klingen for Holly Pond. It's long, and it is rebounded by Dallas Mulligan, and we'll have a reach-in foul on Holly Pond. I think it's on number 20, Abby Gambrell, and we will see. And, of course, I was correct, so it's on her. That's her first foul with 2:17 left here in the first.
And here's your press that gave Fairview so much trouble in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it got Holly Pond out to a very quick 10-0 lead. It was 10-0 within the first, I think, 3 minutes. Yeager drives the lane. She attempts a pass, but it's knocked around.
Good thought. Good idea.
Absolutely.
I saw what she was trying to do, and it almost worked.
Down low to Holcomb. She'll go up, and her layup misses. Rebounded by Kennedy. Like I said, these girls are playing. Both teams are playing hard. There's bodies flying all over the place. It's what you want in a county tournament game.
I see some linebackers out there.
There we
go, right there. Who was that?
That's Yeager, man.
It was Yeager, of course, the Yeagermaster.
That's our girl.
Up and gets the first basket. All right, let's go. Let's have some basketball.
There we go.
Here.
19-2. We have 1:36 left. Of course, it was going to be her, right? Down low to Holcomb, and she puts it in for 2.
Holcomb's decided she's going to set up down inside, and she's a great shooter, but she's also an excellent inside player.
Absolutely. Holly Fairview with the ball, double team, and looks like we're going to have a timeout called since Garrison was in that double team. It looks like it'll be a full timeout called by Fairview. 21-2 here. Holly Pond leads Fairview with 1:20 left before the half.
I was afraid we were going to have to use ERA stats like in baseball or something, but I think the Aggies are going to get some points.
They are. Like I said, I mean, you can see Yeager. I mean, you can see how. I mean, on a night tonight, you can see how much fun she is to watch. And like I said, she's all 8th grader. My goodness.
She's
can you
awesome.
imagine next couple of years just how much she'll progress?
Exactly. Welcome back to the Coleman County Basketball Tournament. Russell, you just do such a great job. Thanks for letting me sit over here and talk to you.
Hey, I'm honored to be here. I'm glad I could fill in tonight. I enjoy it. I enjoy any way to come here, watch a game, and do whatever I can to help out. Fairview with the ball. Yeager will bring it up court.
You're going to be saying that name for the next 4 years, I can promise you that.
Absolutely. Holly Pond back into a 3-2 zone, and we'll have another reach-in foul. It'll be the 15th foul on Holly Pond. Looks like it is on 24. That is Caitlin Stevens. That's her second.
I've seen these little young point guards. When these little 8th grade point guards, you start seeing them when they're in the 8th grade, that's the first place you see them is at point. And they turn into great basketball players. Coleman County has had a bushel of them.
Down low to Harper. She'll go up. She'll put it up. And it's
nice
a little
move.
too long, but a strong rebound by Taylor Rowell.
See how she blocked out right there,
absolutely. Russell? She's bumped by Kennedy, but no foul is called. And back up top to Gambrill. She'll penetrate. She'll kick it back out to the top of the key to 24. That's Caitlin Stevens. It's long, rebounded by Yeager. Who else for Fairview?
I believe she's their leading rebounder.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Double teamed again. I mean, that's when Holly Pond's good at applying that pressure. Another turnover. It is up for grabs. It's controlled by the Lady Broncos. Stevens goes up for a layup. She misses, but Finley's there for another offensive rebound, and she puts it up in the end.
Good job there by Finley. Did you notice the left hand?
I know.
I mean, Coach Adams does a great job with these girls. And they do exactly what he tells them to. They're very coachable.
Absolutely. Finley's been big on the offensive boards for Holly Pond. She has 6 points, a turnover, Holly Pond, and I think a double dribble. Yeah. Looks like Gambrill got a little too anxious to get up court, and she double dribbled in the process. So Fairview will retain it with 7.8 seconds. Holly Pond leading 23-2 here before the half. With 7.8 seconds.
Coach Adams told me the Holly Pond girls were glad that we were having a 2-hour delay. I said at half, not playing good. Tell them they got to come at 8 tomorrow.
Yeager attempts a 3, but it's partially blocked, and that will end the first half. Your score here in the semifinals of the 2014 Coleman County Girls Tournament. Holly Pond leads 23-2 over the Fairview Lady Aggies.
We'll be back with more of the Coleman County Basketball Tournament after these messages.
Delicious stud, hun.
Eat up. There's plenty more.
Billy, eat your stud. Think of the termites whose homes were protected with Termidor.
Aw, Dad. The Browns will never get Termidor. They're clueless.
Yeah, they even think homeowners insurance covers our damage.
Do you hear laughing?
It's probably just the pipes.
Target Pest Control. We aim to please.
There's a reason Allstate is recognized as the good hands people. It's about the people. The individual agents that you can trust, not when it's time to pay your premium, but when you need someone to provide good counsel when protecting your auto, home, and life. If you want to talk to a local experienced agent, call Lindsay Summerall at the Summerall Allstate Agency at 217-5447. And don't forget to ask about how you can save 30% on your home and auto today.
Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is a proud supporter of local city and county athletics. You can keep your money right here in Coleman because Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is locally owned and operated. At Wells Turner, you won't have to wait long to get your prescriptions filled, but while you're here, you can send a package by UPS, buy a gift in the gift shop, pay your phone bill, or develop your photos using our DKS photo kiosk. Wells Turner Family Pharmacy. We are a Health Mart community pharmacy.
Welcome back to the Coleman County Basketball Tournament. We're here at halftime between the Lady Broncos and the Lady Aggies. And Russell, you got some halftime scoring for us?
Yeah, Billy, I went over the scores table just to confirm. Like I said, Holly Pond leading 23-2. The leading scorer for the Lady Broncos is Meg Gambrill. She has 9 points, 3 threes all in the first quarter. Rachel Finley has, well, Natasha Holcomb has 5. Rachel Finley has 4. So really, it's fairly balanced for Holly Pond. With the 23 points, there's been 5 different girls to score, and Taylor Yeager has the lone basket for the Lady Aggies, and the Lady Aggie Fairview will retain possession here to start the third quarter, and Holly Pond will drop back into a zone. Looks like they're into their 2-3 zone, and up around the top, back up top to 23. That's Lizzie Garrison. Back up to Yeager.
Meg Gambrell really set the tone for this game when she stepped out and hit 3 threes pretty early in the first quarter, and it's been all Lady Broncos since.
It was. They got off to a great start, and that really set the tone, like you said. I mean, they forced a few turnovers and hit those threes, and that really set the tone. And obviously haven't Fairview struggled to threaten ever since then. Fairview really slowing things down. They're trying to find that right shot, trying to get that high percentage shot, and there's no reason for them to rush. Obviously, just trying to take each possession and get better as the game goes along.
Absolutely, good point there, Russell. People say, what do you say at halftime when you're down 23-2? Well, this is not about this game. This is about finding out who you are individually and as a team, and working for the next game.
Right, Sarah Harper puts up a shot. Yeah, like I said, I mean, this is obviously very important. Excuse me, to everyone involved, but when it comes to postseason and advancing, the area tournament will be here in a couple of weeks, and that's when you get to advance. A long 3 put up by, looked like that was Holcomb. It's long and it's rebounded by Fairview. Lizzie Garrison will bring it up, and up top to Johnson. She thinks about a 3. She pump fakes. She loses control, but it's retained by Sarah Harper, and she'll set it back up. Like I said, very patient for Fairview, but I think that's a good thing for them at this point in the game. Just trying to make sure they get that right shot. Down low to Mulligan. She'll turn around, tries to find Yeager, but it's knocked away, and Holly Pond retains it. Holcomb will bring it up. Natasha Holcomb, a senior for the Lady Broncos. She tries to pass it inside, but it's also knocked around, and Fairview maintains it. Yeager pushes it up court. Go inside. Penetrate. It is not. Yeager gets it back. Goes across court to 23. That's Lizzie Garrison. She thinks about a 3. Thinks otherwise. Gets the ball right back. She puts up a baseline jumper, and it's good. 2 points there for Lizzie Garrison.
I think it's very clear to see what Coach Hartline said. Girls, let's play like it's 0-0. Let's play the kind of game we know we can play. They've been very patient, and they've gotten good shots.
Absolutely. That was a very good look by Lizzie Garrison, and a good job to knock it down. Gambrell goes in, and she puts in a little baseline runner.
Meg Gambrell dropped a little teardrop down. She's got the great touch outside and inside. Great player.
That's her first 2-pointer. She has 11 points. She's the leading scorer for Holly Pond, who leads 25-4 with 5:20 left here in the third quarter. Fairview once again making sure they get the right shot, not rushing things.
I like it.
I do too. I mean, like you said, I mean, there's no reason not to say 0-0. Yeager with the open 3. She puts it up. And it's good.
And I'll say it, a little downtown Fred Brown right there from Miss Yeager. What a shot. Let's go.
Taylor Yeager with 5 points for Fairview. It's now 25-7. Holcomb with the ball. She'll give it up to Kayla Alamon. Back out to Finley. Finley drives. She likes that left hand, though, Billy. You can tell she favors. I do,
Absolutely.
too. I mean, I can't dribble right-handed for nothing, so I understand. Holcomb with the ball. She'll kick it back up top. That's to Ashley Latham.
I can't tell you how impressed I am with Fairview.
3-pointer's good for
Natasha Holcomb said, I can play Fred Brown's tune too. Back-to-back threes, right? Shooters are heating up.
That's right. That's Holcomb's. She now has 8 points. She has 2 3-pointers. And I was calling one of the Fairview's players and referring to Holly Pond. Apologize for that. Yeager up top. She'll give it to
look at the ball movement
Johnson.
there,
I know.
Russell.
It is. It's too fast for me to say it. We have an air ball shot by Fairview. Coach Hartline's pleading for it that it was tipped. She will not get that call, and it'll be Holly Pond's ball here, leading 28-7 with 4:13 left in the third quarter.
I like it. It was 23-2, wasn't it, at halftime?
It was. It was 23-2.
Okay, so look what we've got here.
Yeah.
What, 5-5?
When you hear another 3-pointer hoisted by Holcomb.
Oh, Natasha Holcomb feeling it. Little string music right there. You know, we wondered why she shot so much early from outside. She can shoot.
She can. And Billy, she's got 3 threes, and Meg Gambrell has 3 threes. So That's 9 points apiece just from outside the arc.
That's a 1-2 punch.
It is. That's a good thing to have. I was just thinking, like you said, if you're Fairview, like you said, you just start over, but you say, let's win these spurts. Let's win this. Well, let's win this. In college, you say, let's win these 5-minute spurts, but let's win this quarter. And just break it down, because that helps you get better for the next couple weeks.
These girls from Fairview are benefiting from this. They're improving. They're getting better, and that's what you want as a coach.
Yeager's pass is knocked around, and it's stolen by Holly Pond. Gambrel will set it up. Nice move at the top of the key. She'll pass it to Finley, but she was not prepared for it. It knocks off her face, and Fairview gets it back. Marlena Johnson will let her teammates settle in in the half-court set, and they'll repossess what they want to do with this possession.
With Johnson, they almost got 2 point guards on the floor.
Yes.
Yeager and Johnson both are good ball handlers.
I think, and that's one thing they're doing. They're kind of trying to get Yeager more in a shooting position and give her a chance to shoot it, and put the ball handling more in Johnson's hands. Holcomb with the ball. She has a wide open lane. She takes advantage of it. She stops, and she misses the jumper from just outside the lane. Yeager gets it. She is all alone with 4 different Holly Pond defenders, so she'll kick it back out to Johnson. But, yeah, you can see Yeager. They're trying to get Yeager open and let Johnson do the ball handling. Nice move by Yeager. She'll drive the baseline. Nice pass, and that is put in by Sarah Harper.
One of the great underrated statistics in all sports, the assist, to help your teammates.
It's the most unselfish statistic in sports, probably.
Right.
Natasha Holcomb goes to the lane. She gets pushed, and she puts it in for 2, and will go to the line to shoot the free throw.
And the little up and under move by the big center. She says, I can do it all. I can play the post, shoot the threes, and now I can do the little Jordan.
That was smooth, baby.
It was sweet.
Holcomb's free throw is nothing but net.
That brought rain right there. Did you see how high that went?
It did.
But that's what makes her a great shooter. She's got that great ball arch. And the better the arch, the better the percentage of the ball going in.
Billy Holcomb with 14 points at the game high, and she has 9 points in this quarter.
She's on fire.
She is. She's very impressive, and that's like I said, just another weapon in Coach Adams' arsenal here.
Absolutely.
For the Lady Broncos. 34-9. Fairview with the ball, trailing 34-9. Nice. Rachel Finley stepped in front there, gets the turnover. Holly Pond will set it back up. Finley at the top of the key. She'll shoot a 3, and she misses. I thought that was in, too.
It looked pretty sweet.
She said, hey, I want to join this party. Let me shoot a 3. Yeager with the ball for Fairview. She'll push it up court. Goes to the left, passes to Johnson. Johnson tries to thread through the lane. She tries to pass it up to Harper. It is stolen again up the court. That is Klingum, and she misses.
That's great defense.
Actually,
right there by
Yeager. Yeah. Sarah Harper looks like we'll have a timeout called by Coach Hartline.
I think they're getting a little bit away from what Coach Hartline had said. We noticed how patient they were early. Now they're running more, and they're creating more turnover. They're getting more turnovers now.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that was they came out and started this third quarter and really did a good job of slowing things down.
They did.
And playing how they wanted to.
And if you're a coach, you look up there and you say, okay, it's 11-7. That's a far different cry from 16-0, which it was at the end of the first quarter. I think Coach Hartline right here says, Russell, let's go back to what we said at halftime. Let's go back, slow it down a little bit, work our offense, make them play defense, and work for the good shot. And good job by Coach Hartline. I love it when I see a coach keep coaching, regardless of how hopeless the result might look. She's still coaching and trying to help her team improve.
Yeah, and there hasn't been a long face, obviously, on any Fairview player either. I mean, they're playing as hard as they can. They know what they're doing as well. We want to remind you that we'll be around for one more game. This is just the first game in the semifinals here tonight. Coming up next, we'll have Cold Springs and Good Hope in the second semifinal game. The winner of this game will play in Saturday's championship at 5:30. Looks like it'll be Holly Pond. We have a quarter and we have 1:39 left here in the third quarter. Looks like Holly Pond, the number 1 seed, will advance to Saturday's game. But, hey, we've seen crazier things happen in sports. We'll see what happens.
But not much crazier.
Right, that's true. especially in basketball, yeah.
But I am impressed with Fairview, how they settled down.
Absolutely. Foul called on Meg Gambrel. That is her first foul. It's like you said, and we didn't have many fouls in the first half, and we haven't had many here in the third quarter, and that's always fun.
Oh, they're letting them play. There's a little reaching and pushing and going around, but it's for both teams.
It is,
so
but
it's fair.
It keeps the rhythm of the game going too. It doesn't. Obviously, you call the fouls need to, but it's more fun to watch them play, and I think everybody here would rather see that.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite stories is. here during the regional tournament, I always try to take care of the media. Well, a couple years ago in the student section, it wasn't 1 minute into the game, and one of these students says, "Call it both ways." And I they to the referee, I was like, "The game hadn't even started. How can you say call it both ways?" Hold on. A basket there by, I think that was Meg Gambrell.
No, it was Holcomb.
Okay, Holcomb with the basket.
Well, she took it down inside and got a nice move and a layup. But, getting on the referees is what it's all about, man.
It is. And I'm an umpire. I'm an umpire.
No.
So I guess I'm trying to take it for them. But I was like, how can you say call both ways when there's been one possession this whole game? So looks like we lost the ball underneath the auxiliary basket behind on the baseline, but it is retrieved by one of the officials. Nice.
But
somebody needs to give him an ovation.
Oh, absolutely. Quite a bit of agility to get over that.
Billy, I mean, Holcomb's really she had 5 points at the half, but she has 11 points here in the third quarter all alone. I mean, she scored 11 of the 13 points that Holly Pons posted in this quarter.
She's really taken over in this, and what a great combination inside-outside you got with Gambrell and Holcomb. And then you've got the great compliments to them. I mean, all these girls. Yeah, you notice, Russell, they know their roles.
Right.
They want those two to be the scorers.
Right.
But then you've got Taylor Rival, who does the dirty work. And you've got rebounders. Look at
that pass. Great pass by Holcomb. And Meg Gambrell doesn't let her down. She puts it in.
With the left hand?
With the left hand, yeah. I mean, they are versatile. Left-handed, right-handed, shoot the three, put it down low. That they're gonna get you with a lot of different things.
Very fundamentally sound. I tell you who I think might challenge Holly Pond a little bit later on in the tournament as Gambrell hits the free throw. Is probably somebody with a lot of size inside.
Yeah.
Now Holcomb can hold her own, but somebody can really pound down inside. But I tell you, their perimeter is as good as anybody's that they're going to face.
Well, and if you have a lot of size and if you force Holcomb and if you force Gambrell, you force those girls to stay down low, then that takes away. I mean, even on offense, that takes away the three-point shot that they got to focus on rebounding.
And you get more fouls called when you're doing that.
Right. Holly Pond has possession. Holcomb puts up a long three.
Are you kidding me? Good gracious alive.
That will close the third quarter. Natasha Holcomb has a fantastic third quarter. She's had a fantastic game. So is her teammates. They lead 42-9 here.
She hit it from the Pizza Hut down in downtown Coleman. I'm telling you, she has put on a clinic.
She has, man. I mean, she had 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, 14 points in that third quarter. 14, 17, 19 altogether, and right now she's my MVP of this game so far. She's had a great game. I mean, I know Gambrell hit some threes to get them going, but she's really been a spark too. And obviously they lead 42-9.
Oh, what a great game by her! Hey, we'll be back with more of the Coleman County basketball tournament after these messages from our fantastic sponsors.
The academic programs at Wallace State ensure seamless transfer to Alabama's 4-year colleges and universities.
I will be a musician.
Our students are well prepared to excel in whatever profession they choose.
I will be an accountant. I will be a teacher.
A world of opportunities awaits you at Wallace State Hanceville.
I will be a baseball player.
Wallace State, excellent choices, promising futures.
Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is a proud supporter of local city and county athletics. You can keep your money right here in Coleman because Wells Turner Family Pharmacy is locally owned and operated. At Wells Turner, you won't have to wait long to get your prescriptions filled, but while you're here, you can send a package by UPS, buy a gift in the gift shop, pay your phone bill, or develop your photos using our DKS photo kiosk. Wells Turner Family Pharmacy. We are a Health Mart community pharmacy.
Delicious stud, hun.
Eat up. There's plenty more.
Billy, eat your stud. Think of the termites whose homes were protected with Termidor.
Aw, Dad. The Browns will never get Termidor. They're clueless.
Yeah, they even think homeowners insurance covers our damage. Do you hear laughing?
It's probably just the pipes.
Target Pest Control. We aim to please.
Okay, we're back here at the Coleman County basketball tournament. At the end of 3, 42-9, but a more competitive quarter, Russell.
It was. I mean, Fairview did a very good job there in the third quarter of slowing things down, kind of playing their game. I'm Russell Moore. I work here at Wallace State in the communications department. I'm here with Billy Coleman. Everybody in Coleman County knows who he is. And
unfortunately.
I say everybody loves you because you delayed school for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody loves you right now, right?
I have my moments.
Holly Pond with the ball. They'll pass it up. That is Abby Gambrell. She misses, but rebounded by Melissa Klingman. She gets the ball back. She drives the right baseline. She puts up a little runner, a little finger roll, really, but it's also rebounded by Holly Pond. A good steal by Taylor Yeager. She takes it away from Sparks, goes up for the layup and in. Taylor Yeager now has 7 points, and that gives 11 to Fairview.
No quit in that girl, and I don't believe she's been out of the game yet. She just has this eternal amount of energy.
Yeah, not at all. You know, we've got some great athletes. One thing we didn't mention at halftime of this game, they honored the football all-county team, and there was a lot of good athletes on the court at that time too.
What coach wouldn't have wanted that credit?
For real.
My heavenly
Absolutely.
days.
We got a reach-in foul here on Yeager. I think that's only her first foul. But really, neither team really in foul trouble. I mean, not many fouls called on either team. Fairview's had 3. The clock is running at this moment. I don't know. Maybe they told them to. Maybe they set a continuous clock. I'm not sure. But anyway, we won't question that.
Well, you know, kudos to the officials.
Yeah.
I think they've done a great job. They've let them play. They've called the obvious.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been one side or the other.
Well, sometimes these are the harder games to call when it is like this. I mean, as an umpire, sometimes it's harder to call the 15-0 games and try to stay consistent, or maybe open it up for one team and not the other. And so it's hard to stay consistent in games like this.
You're so right.
Fairview Billy's kind of made some wholesale changes. They Yeager stays in the game, but we have 4 new faces, and Melissa Klinga misses a layup. It's rebounded by Yeager. She's the only one that's still the only starter still in there. She drives to the left baseline, puts up a runner, but she's fouled. It hit off the side of the backboard, and it looks like we are going to have a running clock. Obviously, both coaches have to agree on it, I would think, before the fourth quarter starts. Taylor Yeager goes to the line, shooting 2 for Fairview.
I love the effort that Fairview continues to put into the game, and I also. Yeah, have you noticed that all the Holly Pond girls shoot with that left hand?
They do.
This is something they're coached to do, and they're very fundamentally sound.
Yeah, I mean they throw the finger roll, they throw the runners, they hit you with the long 3, they left or right. I mean
they do the little things.
I don't think exactly. And like you said, they have the weapons, but they have the scrappers, the girls that you got to have, the girls that aren't going to show up in the box score. That's what you got to have, and
exactly.
They have that too.
You know, we talked a little bit about the big, powerful inside game. You look over there at the Holly Pond bench, and there's 3 subs.
Right.
So if you can get into a fouling game with Holly Pond, trade fouls out with them, it could hurt them.
Right.
Because they don't have many on the bench.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, depth's obviously a big issue.
Factor there.
Yeah, and they'll be tested when it comes to, especially postseason time, even maybe Saturday night. They're going to be tested with that depth, and so that's why even moments like this are important for Holly Pond to make sure that to get the girls, some more girls who don't get as much experience, to get them as much as they can. Finley misses a jump shot from the free throw line, but Holly Pond retains it. They'll kick it back out to Caitlin Stevens, back around to Gambrill and Melissa Klingham. So Holly Pond kind of slowing things down themselves. They obviously. There's no reason for them to rush into things themselves either.
I watched them play Lauderdale County last year in the Final Four, and I'm telling you what a basketball team Lauderdale County had. And Holly Pond's girls played. I mean, they played with them.
Oh, yeah.
But heavenly days. I mean, Lauderdale County's girls had unbelievable shooters.
Well, if you know nothing else about Lauderdale County, you know that they're good at girls basketball.
Right.
Exactly. That shot is put up for Fairview by Kennedy Trimble. Billy, she was the girl that got Fairview to this point. She hit a 3-pointer last night with 2 seconds left to beat West Point 48-45. So you know she's still feeling good off that.
What a game that must have been. I missed that game, but what a game.
Finley has the ball at the free throw line. She'll pass it up to Stevens. Stevens on to Melissa Klingham. Melissa Klingham is pretty much turning into the point guard here with Holly Pond's here in the fourth quarter. And another left hand. This one is Finley, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. I mean, Finley really, we talked about the threes they hit early on, but Finley had about 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in the first quarter to maintain some possessions, and that led to those 3-pointers, some of them.
If Finley wanted to, she could score more.
Yeah.
But they have such a great team concept. They understand their roles and their team players. The team comes first. She hits both free throws. She's got a good touch. She's a good rebounder. She's a good player, too.
Yeah, she is. Finley has 6 points. She's one of Coach Adams' starters down in the post, and she's a good defensive player, too. You can see that in this game, too.
They all play good defense.
I think she wants to hit a 3. That's what I think's on her mind right now.
Yeah,
she
probably.
wants to join Holcomb and Gambrel in the 3-point
And
barrage.
probably can do it.
Well, she's attempted a couple.
Yeah.
Down in the right corner, that's Kaylin Stevens. Back around, she has it again. She's guarded by Kennedy. Down to Finley. Finley uses that left hand. She goes to the goal, and she scores again. A nice layup there by Rachel Finley. She now has 8. She has 4 in this quarter. She makes it 46-14. Holly Pond is cruising here in the semifinals of the girls tournament. Yeager goes in, and she is blocked by Melissa Klingham. Checking in for the first time for Fairview is number 42. That is Desiree Wilhite.
Just hang in there, Taylor. You're only in the 8th grade. You're going to get taller. That's not going to happen very much in the future, but she gives a lot of effort.
I think also in the game, I don't know if I've mentioned number 24. Actually, I have. Ashley Latham, she's in. She shoots it, actually, for Fairview. She misses. Good hustle there by 14. That's Kayla Alamon. She gives it up to Yeager. Yeager shoots a jumper from the left baseline. It is long. It's tipped around.
Look at that effort. Good job, girls.
Good hustle there by Fairview. Latham has the ball at the top of the key. 1:46 left in the game. She shoots, and a nice block again.
That's two for her. Good heavens.
That's 2 blocks in a row. Yeager shoots a 3.
Oh, yes, a little Fred Brown downtown for Yeager.
Taylor Yeager, she now has 10 points just like that. She had 2 at half, but she scored 9. Well, let's see. 3, 6, 8, 9. She has 11 points. She has 9 here in the second half.
Melissa Klingman swatting balls around like flies.
And Klingham says, I'm going to take it to the basket.
Let me tell you, that's a super move right there.
And she misses the layup, but Finley gets the rebound. She puts it up, and she gets fouled, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Rachel Finley, she's a senior. She's one of 4 seniors on the team for Holly Pond, along with Natasha Holcomb, Kristen Sparks, and Taylor Rowell. I want to say Roel.
Melissa Klingman is a sophomore.
Yeah.
She just showed that was a great move that she made. She's going to be a player. Already is a player.
Finley makes 1 of 2, so she now has 9 points. So she's nearing double digits to join Meg Gambrel and Natasha Holcomb. We're down to the last 39 seconds, and your score is 47-17. Holly Pond is on their way to punching their ticket to Saturday's championship game. It'll be at 5:30 here at Tom Drake Coliseum on the campus of Wallace State. And it looks like I said, we've had the continuous clock here in the 4th quarter, so it may run out here any second. We're down to 19 seconds. Holly Pond has the ball, leading by 30.
Holly Pond, the true standard of girls basketball in Coleman County this year.
The last 10 seconds, Yeager has a Fairview. She'll take it to the goal. She puts it up, and she is fouled. She's fouled by Melissa Klingham. So Yeager will go to the line, and since we had a continuous clock, I guess that eliminates the.
You mean Yeager doesn't get her shot?
She don't get her shot.
What is that?
I don't know.
Reward the kid. Yeah. She's giving her effort down there the last 5 seconds. We can at least shoot the free throws.
I guess there's an extra rule when it comes to continuous clock. I guess.
I know.
Your final here in the first semifinal game tonight is 47-17. Holly Pond, your number 4A team in 3A, wins. They advance to Saturday's championship, and they'll play the winner of our next game. We have Cold Springs and Good Hope coming up. Should be entertaining.
I think it'll be a very competitive game, a little different from this one. But before we pause for the next game, give credit to Fairview Aggies. They played hard for all 4 quarters. I saw them get better during the game. That's what you want. And what can you say about the Holly Pond Broncos? Just an excellent basketball team, and they're going to be hard to handle for anybody all the way down to the Final 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think they would probably say they'd be disappointed if they weren't in the same spot that they were in last year.
I think so. I do think
that's how much pride and how much excitement they have in this season as well.
I agree. I think they're better than last year. I saw them last year, and I think they're better.
I just wish they would come play. I wish they would be here instead of going to Jacksonville.
I know, they've always been in Jacksonville. I don't get it either.
Well, there was one year where Hansville High School had to play in Jacksonville.
But am I wrong? Doesn't Lauderdale County play here?
Lauderdale County always comes here.
Go to Jacksonville.
Right.
Oh, man. Well, hey, we'll be back with the second game of the Coleman County Basketball Tournament semifinals for the girls, and a great game that's coming up between the Cold Springs Eagles and the Good Hope Raiders. Let's pause for a moment for great messages from our sponsors.
There's a reason Allstate is recognized as the good hands people. It's about the people. The individual agents that you can trust, not when it's time to pay your premium, but when you need someone to provide good counsel when protecting your auto, home, and life. If you want to talk to a local experienced agent, call Lindsay Summerall at the Summerall Allstate Agency at 217-5447. And don't forget to ask about how you can save 30% on your home and auto today.
When you remember to get your mammogram, you're not just remembering it for yourself. You're remembering it for everyone around you. It's just one more way you take care of them. So call your doctor. Because it's up to you to make the appointment. It's up to us to get you immediate, accurate, state-of-the-art results right here at home. Coleman Regional Medical Center Women's Diagnostic Center. Taking care of you so you can take care of them.
This is Billy Coven along with my partner Russell Moore here at the Coleman County Basketball Tournament with the conclusion of the first semifinal game. Big win for the Holly Pond Broncos. And Russell, I think you got the final scoring on that.
Yeah, Billy, I do. Holly Pond improves to 21-3 with that win. They won 47-17. They had two girls in double digits, almost three. Natasha Holcomb had a game-high 17 points. She had 14 of those in the third quarter alone.
It was an unbelievable quarter.
It was. I mean, she had 4 threes in the game. Meg Gambrill had 14 points herself. She had 3 threes in the first quarter, and then Rachel Finley had 9 points. So they almost had 3 girls in double figures. And for Fairview, Taylor Yeager, who we were very impressed with, just an 8th grader for the Lady Aggies. She had 11, but she had 9 of her 11 in the second half. So, like I said, we talked about how many ways Holly Pond can score, but it was a very balanced scoring attack as well.
And a better second half for Fairview.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they could walk off the court feeling they got something done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but no doubt the dominant team in this tournament probably the Holly Pond Broncos.
Yeah, I mean they came out, got up to 10-0 start right off the bat. I mean the first 2 or 3 minutes, and so they did a good job of proving why they're the number 1 seed and why they're ranked as high as they are.
But I'm going to bet you the winner of this game is going to at least play them.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hope you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and try to beat them.
Right.
I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
Well, we're down 1 game. We got 1 to go, so we'll be back with more of the Coleman County Basketball Tournament after these messages.